Washington at New England, New England -3. You and I are both very disappointed in Ron Rivera, and we would like to tell him that. You were really angry with Ron Rivera about his sort of his game management because we had the Commanders +6.5. He should have gone for 2 when they were down 14 and didn't go for 2. So that cost us in the contest. And it got us to a push because we had +7 in real life. But I like Ron Rivera in this spot. Because is your hatred for Ron Rivera more intense than your lack of confidence in Mac Jones? Give me your first instinct right now. I lean Washington. I have a lot of data, trends, stats to back up my logic. I did a lot of research yesterday. But give me your first instinct.
My first thing is fade Washington. You're getting 3 right now on the Patriots. Why wouldn't you want to take Washington as a big dog, right? Didn't they just look incredible against the Eagles? Their offense was throwing it all over the field. They're incredible. I mean, there's 3.5 right now, Chad. If you like what they're doing, you can go grab +3.5, which why wouldn't everyone do? The Patriots are terrible. Why are they this big of a favorite? Everyone's going to come in on Washington. Yeah, I'm grabbing the -3 right now. This Patriots team.
Oh my God.
I know.
Oh my God.
It's a bet of Sam Howell plays really well against the Eagles, but usually the kid doesn't do this, right? I mean, we have a couple games here where he has performed well, but he's just under pressure a lot, and that pressure turns into turnover. So he's another guy where, this past week he looked great, but we've already seen it where he does these kind of games where he looks incredible, and then the next game he just falls off a cliff. I mean, I think the last time they played the Eagles, I'd have to look at the record, but they basically lost to the Eagles early in the year. On a short week, they went to Chicago and they lost 40-20 that same week. Like, Sam Howell couldn't complete against the Bears defense. So that's just who he is. He's inconsistent. He's up and down. They're seeming a team, they left it all out there in that game. Now I'm getting on a buy low spot on this Patriots team. So, a couple of people are shocked by this number. It's just the pros moving. The pros have come in on the Patriots. They've taken it from 2.5 up to 3. Now it's going up to 3.5. So I get where Chad's coming from. Like that feels like the Patriots shouldn't be that big of a favorite, but it feels like the books are telling us something here when they are making them that big of a favorite, where it's like Washington, they're not as terrible as a lot of people perceive, but they're also not as good. Like, they're not this team that, they should be 2.5 dog up in New England against Belichick. Like, Belichick should have his defense get right in this spot against a Washington team that, like, they're just inconsistent. They're just so inconsistent. And then their defense, they're selling people off. Like, by the time this show airs, they could have already gotten rid of Sweat and Young. I know they already moved Sweat to the Bears.
They did move Sweat. And so it's a reason to not want to bet it. But in a vacuum, this is interesting to me. This to me is as much about there's some good trends to back Ron Rivera. Like, since 2017, 34, 25, and 3, the last 20 years, the most profitable coaches against the spread as a dog: Mike Tomlin, John Harbaugh, Sean Payton, Ron Rivera. So there's definitely like Ron Rivera, Riverboat Ron as a dog is a good side. But to me, this is about Mac Jones. I don't think there's anything the Patriots can do to scheme him to success. He's just fucking terrible. He cannot make you a play. Just this past week against a mediocre Dolphins defense, 6 yards per attempt, 19 of 29 for 161. He's just not very good. And so you're betting on a quarterback who can't win at any circumstance to be winning as a field goal, or now more than a field goal, favorite. Who can buy into that? Like, at some point, you got to just say, Mac Jones is not a guy who we can bet on.
Yeah, it just feels like Washington's a sucker bet. They're sucking you in, giving you the points. That, like, it looks nice on paper. I'm right there with you. The first time I saw it, and especially today when I saw it's up to 3.5, it's like they want you to like Washington, despite you know, all the tickets right now are in on Washington. All the money's on the Patriots. So it is tough. And my guy Evan just gave us a stat. QBs in their first 10 career starts playing on the road in New England against Belichick, 5-31 straight up. So, you know, we got to trust Belichick in these spots here, Chad. I'm with you. It's tough to do, man. And you know, they want to scare you off with a 3.5, but I'm doing my best here not to let it scare me off.